WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, tasting often rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something from Aberrfeldy, Highland Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, 18 years old, finished in Tuscan red wine cask from Bolgheri Limited Edition batch number 2922/A. 43% alcohol, Whiskybase 217857, and we have the bottling date of the 2nd of September 2022. Over here in Germany, I'm going to pay the price of about 99 euros for this. I found one site that is at 92, but everyone else is at 98. So I'm going to compare it to the 15-year-old Aberrfeldy, 43%, 65 euros, batch number 2922/B/A/B. So both of these came out almost at the same time. This was also then bottled on the 3rd of September 2022. Whiskybase number 217856. Now, 43% by Aberrfeldy means that it is chill filtered. It means that it is, unfortunately, with E150A, Zuckercouleur in German, artificial coloring. And would I prefer a authentic whiskey with 56% non-chilled filtered natural color? Of course. Does Aberrfeldy have that in their program at the moment? Not really. That's why I have the 15 versus the 18 to see what's going on here. 65 versus almost 95 plus euros to see what we are. Napa Valley versus Italy with Tuscany. So interesting enough, the Cabernet Sauvignon here from the Napa Valley is actually much darker. Now, before I go into this whole thing, I want to talk about two things. The first thing I want to talk about is Stephanie Macleod. She is the Master Blender at Bolgheri, the parent company. John Dewar's Limited is the Scottish company responsible for the distilleries, and Aberrfeldy is the distillery there. So we have the following distilleries that she is responsible for. So let's see if I get all these here right. Nope, not at the moment. We have Aberrfeldy, we have Altmore, we have Craigellachie, we have Macduff, which also often presents their product as a Deveron, and we have Royal Brachla. Now, Royal Brachla has gone through a revival with their 12, and I think the 18 are now 46%, now non-chilled filtered, now non-colored, now finished in cherry casks, and that was one of the first things that she has now changed. Aberrfeldy is going to, at the moment, experience even more wine cask finish releases. So here I had a wine cask, a 16-year-old, which I compared in the other video. The two of these here from a French winery. Now we're in Italy. Now we're in the US. Now we're in Italy. They're going to do red wine and white wine and some other types of wines and so on. Dewar's did the illegal mezcal finish of a blended Scotch as well. So they're doing interesting things there. Not just that, but Bacardi is in the process of actually revamping and changing and refitting a lot of the distilleries to become CO2 neutral. So they used to use a very heavy oil boiler to produce the steam that is needed for their distillery at Aberrfeldy. They have now put that back as the auxiliary, and instead they now have a biomass steam boiler. So actually with biomass, so with organic materials that they can actually are regenerative, which are renewable, they can actually produce the steam that they need now. They have a lot of the products that they produce, the draft and all the pot ale and so on, is being recycled and reused as well. And they're looking at actually changing and they have changed some of the packaging here to reduce waste. This is now no longer, it used to be metal tin, now it's cardboard. Even the plastic they're going to get rid of here in the next couple of years, so that different things are going to happen at Aberrfeldy and all the other distilleries at Bacardi as well, which I highly, highly commend them on. I think that is a very, very, very important thing. So Stephanie here, Macleod, she studied at the University of Strathclyde, Food Sciences, worked actually for a year for Iron Brew, which I thought was interesting, did not know that. Then she was called over from one of her project managers to work in the distilling industry. At that time, she joined 1998. Bacardi just acquired Dewar's, and 2006 she became the Master Blender. So this lady has 2006 then, 17 years of experience now as the Master Blender at Bacardi. She won the Master Blender in Scotland. She was awarded the Best Master Blender in Scotland 2019, 20, 21, and 22. I mean, the lady is a legend. Why don't we talk about her more? I don't know. Everyone talks about Rachel Berry, but no one talks about Stephanie Macleod. I think that's a shame. So she is actually a powerhouse of a lady doing great things in the industry, and I think we need to celebrate her more and her accomplishments so far. So if I nose this one, the 18-year-old, I get a light red berry wine finish effect. It's smooth, Dewar's. It's actually very, very soft. If I go over to the 15-year-old, I get a little bit more of I'm going to use the word punch actually, a punch of the red fruit and the tannins. This is stronger. It's not alcoholic stronger, it's just the finish is stronger. I often compare whiskeys almost like the volume dial on a stereo. If 10 is the highest volume, I've had some whiskeys that are almost 11. They're distorted, they're just too much. This is 7 to 8. This is going to be 5 to 6. All right, more like a 5. Both of these whiskeys, I think, have been, I'm going to use the word expertly created. So the right amount of cask influence, the right amount of the alcohol, the right amount of the wood, the right amount of the sweetness. They're very, very balanced. And many, many people are looking for that balance in their whiskey, and they're going to find it often with Aberrfeldy. Now, we connoisseurs like to have our non-chilled filtered and our no artificial coloring added and have an integrity whiskey with 46%. Not authentic and integrity whiskey, as Ralphie says. These do not actually fulfill the goals here. Maybe one day. All right, Royal Brachla is going in the right direction. Let's try this. 43%. Cheers. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say for most people, the red wine influence here is more than enough. The 43% of the alcohol is absolutely enough. It's not weak. It's not soft. There's alcohol. There's wood. There's berry. There's sweetness. There's fruitiness. Everything's almost like a perfect coherent puzzle combined correctly to create a wonderful piece of art. Very, very nice. Now, I'm going to pay, at least over here in Germany, over 30 euros more than this. So this is 50. This one costs 50% more than this one. 65.99. All right, so let's go over here very briefly. Just tiny little bit of water. I gave this a B+ on my video review of it, and I gave this also a C+ for value for money. I think this is an awesome, awesome value for money for what you get. Cheers. Mm. Mm. As I said, the volume's turned up. There's much more fruit here. There's a little bit more oak. There's much more flavor here. It's louder. It's more in your face. I like this one better. All right, I'm going to stick with my C++ B- review here. Go for a B-. I'm going to go over here for a C+. Value for money, I'm going to stick with my C plus over here. I'm going to go for a C. Now, I have a rule of thumb, no more than 10 euros per year. So 180 euros, we're at under 100. Here, 150, we're under 65. This is the bottle that I would go for. Now, there are people out there that want more finesse. They want more, and more a mature whiskey. That 18-year-old age statement is so important to them that they're willing to pay 50% more. Go for it. You won't be disappointed. But the better of the two whiskeys, in my personal opinion, is going to be here. This has the cask influence. This has that Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. This only has that Tuscany red wine from Bolgheri. I'm sure those casks are not cheap to come by, but they have less of an influence than the Cabernet from Napa did. Totally like that. All right, very, very good. So that was my review here of what was going on. The 18-year-old should have, this robust wine has intensified the honeyed richness of Aberrfeldy. It says here with heady of notes of cherry, frangipani, and vanilla spice. Frangipani is a Italian dish. It's more like a type of pie. All right, it's then freshened with sliced green pepper, yeah, maybe, and lime, don't get that, and finished with soft oak, 43%. Did not get the limes here. That's okay. Bolgheri wines are robust, full of dark fruit flavors, blackberries, dark cherries with an intense oak finish. And you can actually go to Aberrfeldy.com and go to our whiskeys and then the 18-year-old Tuscan finish. And you'll see Stephanie Macleod actually talking about that. And she was the Master Blender of the Year, as I mentioned, 2022, 2021, 2020, and 2019. The lady has done a great job. All right, thank you very much for watching. So my question of the day is, of the different distilleries that we have in the Bacardi group, Aberrfeldy, Royal Brachla, Altmore, Craigellachie, and Macduff, the Devon. Which bottle would you love to see me review here? All right, so I've reviewed a lot of their products in my German channel. I've reviewed some of their products in my English channel. Which product of all those different distilleries, Macduff, Royal Brachla, Aberrfeldy, Altmore, and Craigellachie, should I review here? I think Bacardi's going in the right direction. They have a little bit more to do to catch us and to capture the attention of the geeks, the nerds, the connoisseurs out there, but I think they're going in the right direction, and I look forward to more and more of their products hitting the market at a hopefully reasonable price. Thanks for liking, subscribing, telling others, and sharing. See you soon. Whiskey Jason here. Bye-bye.